Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to do too many videos on this because, like I said, this is a very personal issue. This is a lot of pain, a lot of hurt for the people involved. This is a subject matter that is very endear to a lot of people out there. And there's a lot of families hurt and destroyed by this. So this is not to glamorize or publicize, everything. This is my reaction to what's been playing out lately. And I just wanted to give my thoughts on the subject, why it was out here. And I heard Jeff Metcalf, the father of Austin Metcalf, who was unalived by Carmelo Anthony. And he goes on a tirade that was like very long, like 3 hours, after doing a whole round of interviews. I heard the warden is his cousin. I haven't done any research on it, but the cousin is supposedly the warden of that prison. So anyway, I watched this guy, Jeff Metcalf, do an interview with Como, and he sat down. He was very nice. He smiled. He didn't get into any craziness until, I guess, later on he got into his emotions. He lost his child. No parent should have to go through that. But you started to see the shield come down, and you started to hear what a person truly is feeling. Now, what we heard was a man become very undone in a moment of weakness, and it was very alarming and very telling. It was very damning. And some of the statements that were made was so awful, it really backfired on him and exposed an ugly truth. Now, let's take a look at this truth.
Your fucking daddy is, because 78% of you don't have.
So here he is.
You don't even know who your fucking daddy is, because 78% of you don't have your father in the home anymore. You got baby mamas running around with 8 kids so they can get EBT cards to feed you all. You think I'm being racist? No, I'm being real. Oh, you've got more melanin than me. Ooh, so you get more privileges, more entitlement? Because 400 years ago, someone actually sold you to us, and we took you over here and put you to work. And then we had a civil war to free your ass.
He act like they did us a favor with slavery. Wait, they sold you to us, and then we put you to work. Like we gave you a job. You have the most warped personality on slavery I have ever heard. And this is a Christian man. Do you know what slavery is, sir? You act like you did a deal like, hey, they sold us to you and hey, we took you on in. Like, we gave you jobs. And then he smiles at the end of it like he said something great. I mean, literally smiled like, yeah, we gave you jobs. Not to go along with his stereotype, saying that blacks don't know who their father is and 78% don't know who the daddy is. The daddies don't live in there. It's not no damn 78%. What the hell? Where'd you get those numbers from? Your brain? How many black people do you even know in your life? 2? Maybe 1? But this is the kind of mentality that goes on in these towns. But he keeps going down the rabbit hole. Let's let him keep going.
And now you want to talk shit. Oh, I've been so oppressed. You couldn't even vote 1960. Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you. You're not oppressed. You're fucking entitled. You know what DEI stands for? Yeah. It means I don't have to be fucking qualified. I just have to be a certain color or a race or gender.
Well, you should tell that to the people that made DEI, because white women, straight white women, are the number 1 benefactors of DEI. Blacks are like 4th or 5th on the list. You should actually look something up before you start spewing rhetoric. Yes, we understand you lost your child. You are hurt. But what has this got to do with your case? Attacking all black people. Did you realize it was some black people on this whole YouTube that was fighting for you? They were on your side. I wonder what they got to say now that they hear how you feel about black people. Are they still going to be shuffling and dancing? Yeah. Let's hear.
Whose broad ass idea was that? I'm going to tell you right now. Charleston White? You think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing. Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch. What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened. How many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
So once again, he's making racial statements, racial epithets directed towards blacks. But this is a Christian man.
You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Y'all can
You people.
let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral.
Make some racist up. You've been racist for the past 4 minutes.
I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy I was trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? I hope he enjoyed his first night in that cell last night, because he's going to have many nights to think about what the fuck he did.
Well, this is why you shouldn't go live if you're this emotional. But I'm glad you did it, because you losing a life or someone you love don't give you a right to go out and start spewing racist remarks towards everybody in society. But let's listen.
Tiffany Billions. I don't know what kind of glamour shot you steal from other people and put up on your profile, but it don't match to your fucking goddamn water buffalo looking ass when I saw you at the courthouse. Charleston White, you look like a fucking crackhead. Even though you got money, you're the only smart person around. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're a grifting piece of shit. Your character says it all. I don't have to say a damn word. Your actions speak for themselves. You and your little faggot bow tie? What the hell is that, dude? Maybe you and Chris King are butt buddies. Like y'all swap ties and shit. I don't know. Your little army of people? Maybe it was your Black Panther friends. Ooh, y'all are so fucking tough. You talk a big fucking game, but really at the end of the day, you ain't shit. I'd scrape you off the heel of my boot. And normally I don't normally attack people like this, but I have been cooped up and caged up in this anger. And this is something I'm trying to work on. I need to develop it and funnel it into a more constructive way. But tonight is the one time I'm going to allow myself. It's okay. Tonight I'm going to allow myself to say what I really want to say.
Well, I'm glad you really said it, because now you really exposed and opened up Pandora's box. You really played yourself right now. What you've just done is made the whole case exactly what they said. Because you failed your son. You failed Austin. That's what you did, Jeff. Because you raised him in an entitled, toxic masculinity, racist environment. Well, he feels superior. And he decided to exploit that superiority in that tent. And now I fully believe it. That you spilled your brainwash onto your children, and they went right into the world, just like your father and mother spilled that bullshit slavery story that you just told to the whole world. You should go look up what slavery is before you start talking about it, Jeff. And acting like you gave us something. Like, we should be appreciative. Like, so demeaning, so disrespectful that it doesn't even, there's no words to even try to justify the statements that came out of his mouth. When you personally think that you're so much better, you just went on the internet and just made a fool of yourself and your entire family. Your wife, your son, the one that's still living, you just made it harder for him and your family because you want to have your moment on the internet. You want to go out and say these things and prove that you're some sort of a tough guy. But it's not about race, though, right? Yeah, you went on a whole rant about race. Now, when this appeal happens, guess what's going to be played? When you kept saying it's not about race, Yet you see the racial behavior of you. Now it fits the story of your sons approaching this black kid, surrounding him. See, the emotions break through and the real you shows up. Not the guy that was talking to Como with the smile on his face and just the dad who's lost his son. No, we get the other guy. I don't care what this video just had to be made. If it gets traffic, it doesn't matter. My concern is addressing what Jeff said. Your people created this genocide of us for over 400 years plus. Spent billions and trillions of dollars testing medicines out on us. Do you realize almost all of the inventions in the United States of America or around the world, period, came from us? Why don't you do some research about us, Jeff? Go research and realize that we were here probably thousands of years. I mean, probably even 1 million years before you even showed up. Your people even showed up here, Jeff. Meaning there was no one that looked like you on this planet. And we were here. So your disingenuous, I'm a Christian man. What Christianity do you follow? Talking about, well, I'm not a saint unless somebody walk on water and turn water to wine, and don't talk to me. Well, then your pastor can't talk to you then. Why go to church? I don't believe nobody should have ever been stabbed, but we don't know the tone of what was going on under that tent. Now, if Austin is anything like his father just displayed, and he came over there and everyone knows he was the aggressor, he was the one that put his hands on Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony probably felt threatened. I would have felt threatened if I got 1, 2, 3 bigger guys than me with that type of energy in Frisco, Texas. Oh, what's his name? He backed down real quick because, see, Charleston White is just a tool. He's an idiot. Nobody takes him seriously. So then he comes in to apologize.
I want to say this to the Metcalf parent. If I have said anything that hurt you, I ask for your forgiveness. Forgive me. I was in my feelings, I was in my emotions, and I was in my own ideology. at that moment. And with that being said, I want to talk to the father, not the mother. When I look at this situation,
Now he wants to attack Carmelo's father. So, but yeah, you're quick to apologize because I was a white man and you realized what was going to happen to your money because they'd been the ones protecting you. And now you done did something to piss off the bosses. So while Jeff Metcalf became undone for 3 hours, going on a racial rant, all throughout the 3 hours, he exposed who he truly is. None of that controlled media stuff. I came there to speak to you guys in harmony so we can pray together. No, we're not going to let you sit there and try to make your moment is trying to make it not about race. You know what racist people hate more? Is to be told they're racist. It's embarrassing to them. That's why Diddy's being humiliated right now. He told those guys that they were racist and treating him, and the judge agreed. People forget about all that. And they wanted to punish him. They knew about his activities. He thought all of that would stay hidden. It did not. But let's see how the black people dance around for him now. Now, of course, everybody will feel sad for somebody who lost their child. Nobody wants to see a child get murdered, no matter if it's Hispanic. Well, we don't. We have empathy. You know, I can't speak for that side. You know, it's a lot of wickedness on that side. But we are people of empathy and love, genuine. So what we possess in our system is forgiveness. We pray for our enemies and compassion. We have that for our people. We have this. They put their people in family. They put their people in a home. They don't even want to take care of their people. They throw them in the home. And Jeff, did you realize that while you were talking during the 60s, 70s, 80s, black people for longer than that have been raising your children while y'all wives would go to work or don't even go to work. They just don't want to raise their own kids. Blacks would get jobs to go out and clean your house, wash your clothes, watch your kids, read them books, everything. You forget that? Because your wives didn't want to do it. They wanted to go to the market. They wanted to go get their hair done. They wanted to go do everything else. Did you know about that, Jeff? Go look that up too while you're at it. If we were so egregious, why would you entrust your children with us? Jeff, go ask your grandfather. A black woman probably raised him. Black people aren't racist. They're just mad. They have a right to be mad. If you found out for 400 years your people have been persecuted and you've been judged without you even knowing, before you even born, you're judged just because of the color of your skin. And they put all these practices in place to destroy you. They put you in a poverty-stricken area. The ghetto is not your home. They put you there because that's the zone that they wanted you to stay in. They never gave you an equal opportunity because you couldn't compete with us on an equal opportunity scale. We outwork you. We will outthink you. We have more creativity and more resolve. You predicate in fear. We predicate in belief and faith. Two different ideologies. So, Jeff, why don't you research that? Since you want to go there. Calling someone else a drunk. Jeff, let's go there. You called someone a drunk. Sound like you had a few tonight. The Christian man. I'm just saying we should be a little bit more careful or do a little bit more research before we just start spewing ignorance out of our mouths, Jeff, because it exposes how much you don't know. What you don't know about this world, what you don't know about society, all you know is your conservative bubble that you live in. And you really mean nothing in the everyday walk of anything. You just walk around with blinders on and stay in your little conservative bubble. Where people are sorry your son lost his life, but I blame you more than anything. I blame you, Jeff. Because of what I've just heard right here, this is the prime example of what you were probably teaching in your household. And the words that you were saying is as damaging as it is now. I believe you pass that on to your children. I believe you preach and teach that in your house. And your friends and your family members, they all have the same beliefs. Same stereotypes. So when your son met Carmelo, I believe he had those same stereotypes against him that you seem to have for his parents and anyone else that happened to be Black. I believe that, Jeff, and you just proven that. So when Carmelo get that appeal, I said that, one lost a life. I don't know the tone of what happened, but hearing you speak, yeah. Now I'm really sold on the racial factor. 100%. The apple don't fall that far from the tree, buddy. The knife was legal, so there's no need to even talk about the knife. The fact that he had a knife didn't matter. He's a track star. Guys have knives. They have things on them to clean their cleats. It was 3.5. It was legal. So that wasn't the point. The point in the message is keep your hands to yourself. Don't start something with people you have no business. But Jeff, for your family, you should get some more education. You say you're working on it. Work a little harder, Jeff. Go research all the garbage you just spewed. Go research it. A cleat cleaner is like a blade. It's like a shank almost. But no, he had a knife, and sometimes people use the knife to clean their cleats. So they often have them in their bags just to clean their cleats, or they have a cleat cleaner gets the dirt out of the spokes. So for a track star to have that, it's not unnormal. So the knife was legal. Do I think I can't judge Shane like, well, is a push worth him getting stabbed? That's where people are going. If it was just a push, we don't know how scared the person was. These guys were bigger than him. And somebody say, touch me and you'll see what happens. And you touch him, you know. I would have hoped for a more diplomatic solution to get out of there than stabbing someone. I was never okay with just stabbing somebody. But when people are afraid, they do things. When they're afraid, they react. And if he came over, Austin came over with any of the energy that Jeff just displayed, that makes it a whole different conversation. Well, I think it should have been manslaughter at the most, a manslaughter charge, because someone did lose their life behind a stabbing. I don't think he had the intent to take his life. No, there was no intent to take his life. You only touch somebody one time. That was to leave me alone. Get away from me. Don't touch me. So now it's up to the general public to see what they do next. But this is why I don't really talk about this case. But when Jeff did what he did, that was just despicable. But it exposed a lot. It unpacked and unraveled what he was trying to keep buried, because he kept playing the role like he's this great man who loves all and any. I'm like, in Frisco? Yeah, okay. And to sit there and call somebody out, because they're wearing a bow tie, as if white people don't wear bow ties. Quite sure, Jeff, you went to a bow tie event in your conservative life. So are they the F word too because they have on bow ties? Maybe you should do some research on the bow tie dance. Personally, I hate bow ties myself, but I had to wear it for a wedding. He wanted everybody to be in bow ties and tux. So we did it. We don't know what he was thinking. He probably was in fear. Melo's a smaller guy. These guys are much more bigger than him. So who knows how this is going to go for him? You're in Frisco, Texas, under a tent with about 4 white guys that's bigger than you. And one seems to be having Jeff Metcalf's energy. I mean, that's the assumption. Now, since Jeff opened his mind, that's all I hear. It's all I see now. I'm not saying it's justified or self-defense is looking really strong right now. Because all the time they were trying to make it like it isn't about race. And his emotions got the best of him, and all of it starts spewing out. And this is why they put a gag order on him. That's why there was a gag order, because they know you can't keep your mouth shut, and you would have messed this whole case up. That's why it was a gag order. They wanted to silence Jeff, keep him quiet, so we could say race don't matter. Now that the case is over, the gag order's lifted, now he can go get drunk, go out there and just start going off, letting off his emotions. Hell, everybody know that. You could chat GPT that. I mean, really, you could chat GPT that. Black folks have been on this planet for about millions of years. They know that. So it's not rocket science, bro. Why would I need to make that up? There's nothing to make up. I don't have to make that up. I don't know. I'll type it in. How long have blacks been on Earth? Okay, here we go. We'll pull it up for you. I'll do it for you right now. I don't gotta make nothing up, bro. What they say? Over 300,000 years, 1.2 million years ago, they indicate the earliest ones of dark-skinned people, sun-protected, adapted, 1.25 million. Modern humans began their global migration out of Africa about 60,000 to 70,000 years ago. Now, let's go to the white people. How long (8,000 to 12,000 years. So, Jeff, if you want to know anything, why don't you talk about that? Where you fools come from? If we was here millions of years before you even showed up here, where'd you come from? We've been here over 300,000 years with one now. They got it going back a million too. Y'all just got here about 8,000 to 12,000 years ago. No, 45,000 is probably where the early modern humans arrived in Europe from Africa. They don't say they were you, though. So nothing starts with you. But it starts with us. Now, go do your research on that while you keep talking and acting like you gave somebody something, Jeff. Right. If he research all this information, he'll be understanding that there's a reason they don't like us. There's a reason they hate. There's a reason we don't age like they do. It's a reason we're more athletic. It's a reason why we can be out in the sun and don't need suntan lotion. There's reasons behind it, Jeff. I can go on and on, Jeff. There's a reason you look like you're 82 when you're probably 40. It's a reason, Jeff. Now, because you lost your child, this is very mild. I'm going to keep this mild. But losing a child gives you no rights to take out and spew stereotypes against an entire race of people you have been misinformed about. Now, like I said, I wasn't going to make this long, so I just wanted to do this and shut it down. So that's my thoughts on it. Thank y'all for listening. Those who were up, I'm out.